Right, what is up guys, here on the TomClancyCentral channel. My name is James, and another video here today. Today I'm going to be summarising my thoughts on the PvP beta that we just had over the past weekend. And I just thought it would be interesting to see my general thoughts on it. I'm going to be using a couple of opinions from some other people on the Discord who have contributed in some various things people have seen in the comments as well. I'm not going to quote them exactly, but I'm just going to try and get the general feel of things. Overall, positive for me. I think that the beta has been a very fun experience. A few negatives in there, a few sort of thoughts that I might put to you guys in terms of weapon balance, etc. I will do more in-depth stuff later on in terms of that sort of thing. But if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And well, let's just get right into it. So as I said in the intro, my overall thoughts with the beta were overwhelmingly positive. I think that it got a lot of potential, and I think it was fun off the bat that they could potentially do with this. There were problems, and I think the guy called Zorgan actually summed it up really well in terms of his beta experience, that he found it really fun, but it was a limited experience due to it being a beta. There wasn't enough sort of customization you could do in terms of how you played the game. I thought it was kind of, okay, you get this map and you always play this game mode, and people sat back a little bit too much with snipers. Those were the general thoughts that people had. There are ways of fixing that. Definitely there are pretty easy ways of fixing that actually, namely putting an objective in. And yeah, that is kind of the first thing I want to talk about, and that is the actual game mode itself. Having a TDM game mode in there with the radar tower that you can access being something you can go and get, that's fine. That could be one game mode, but it's always going to lead to people not really playing the objective a massive amount. Especially with how open I found the radar tower to be. There were problems, there were real problems in that people, if they really wanted to, could find a decent spot, kind of sit back, have a decent line of sight. The radar tower, hard aim with the sniper, you go and try and get it so you can actually fucking find the people. And, well, you're kind of screwed. Apologies if you can hear the angle grinder in the background. I'll do my best to sort of edit it out in Audacity, but there's only really so much I can do. Yeah, that was definitely a problem, and the easiest way to combat that is to put an objective in the game. This isn't COD, don't get me wrong, I'm a pretty big COD fan, but the way that these maps are set out, you kind of need to try and draw people out a little bit. And there needs to be a positive to moving around. The way that I found to be by far the most effective way of playing is just to do a massive flank, potentially getting a one-on-one gunfight with someone and just come up behind people. I don't think that's how they wanted this to be. You look at Rainbow Six Siege as the most recent example of a really successful PvP game made by Ubisoft, and you see that
enemy drone overhead.
It's kind of deathmatch, but it also has an objective. So my way of looking at it potentially would be to sort of take the radar and make it so if you secure that, you win. Because then it would really make people have to push up a bit. Because if you had it so if the team you're against secured the radar, you can't really sit back that well. Obviously, there are good sniper lines and stuff, as I mentioned before, but I feel that if they had it like that, people would push up a little bit more. Having objectives in there would definitely make it work. You see in Siege, the attackers have to sort of push into the building and try and get the objective, and at the same time the defenders can't just sort of like, they can't just try and sit back and relax and just sort of chill. They kind of have to try and be proactive if they really want to be successful. Obviously if you're playing against bad attackers, you kind of can rather just sit in the objective and go from there. But in the good competitive scene, you sort of you see the defenders pushing out, etc., and it makes it a lot more fun experience. You can't just sit in a corner with a shotgun very effectively, because there are ways to beat you. The other main problem I had was a little bit with gun balance. As I predicted, the ACR was by far the best gun in the beta, in my opinion at least. That combination of fast fire rate, fast damage, it did do. It was the most effective. The LMGs really didn't feel very good at all. I tried using them a bit, and the amount of kick compared to the amount of damage really didn't make them worth using that much. I found that you kind of kill people in the same amount of bullets as an AR, especially the ACR, and you had more kick. Yeah, better penetration, but other than that, it wasn't massively noticeable. What else was there? In terms of class customization, I hope that does become more of a thing. I feel like There were certain things you could choose, like there were perks, etc. I don't know if they were all in the game yet. I honestly don't. I have no idea. I'm hoping that you'll be able to customise your gun a hell of a lot more. I found that most guns came built in with a sight in the beta, which I don't like. I think all guns should start off with iron sights, and then you have to unlock the sights as you go through the game. But in terms of the core gameplay, when things were going right, I found that it was really, really good. I agree with the video that Matt made that the game would benefit from going up to best of 5. Potentially making it 5v5 as well, although that's definitely not going to happen. And I'm pretty sure it is going to be best of 5. If you look in some of the loading screens, one of the tips they could give in the loading screen was that welcome to Ghost Wars, the best of 5 experience. So that suggests that in the full game is going to be 5v5, which I am very happy about. I had games that would end in 3 or 4 minutes. I went 6-0, I think 3 times. The games were over in about 4 minutes. I got 3 kills in each round, then got robbed of the ace, which was frustrating. But when the game's really popping, it's really good. I'm hoping that playing with a squad will be definitely worth it. I played with DZ, one of the mods in our stream. I played with him and we did pretty well. But yeah, this has gone better than I potentially thought it would. The server seemed to be pretty good. On Xbox there was that really annoying glitch that meant you black screen every now and then, but they say they have a patch for that. They just can't implement it during the beta. But overall I found it really good. The core gunplay, the hitfire wasn't too overpowered. Snipers weren't too overpowered. AR to do with a little bit of nerf. But SMGs felt fine. LMGs could do with maybe a little bit less recoil, but it's all fixable stuff. Main thing I found, all the problems were fixable. Ghillie suit you can change and make it so it's harder to blend in with stuff. I think this could be a really, really fun thing to go and play. Hope you guys enjoy and agree with me on this. Obviously we don't know when it's going to be coming out. Full time, I'm thinking it'll be about November. But anyway, if you have enjoyed the video guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching guys. A bit longer video than normal actually, about 7.5 minutes here. But anyway, we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.